I'll check my email. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and bring her on because we don't want to keep her backstage. We know that she is already a little nervous, but if you're ready, just give me a thumbs up. All right, she's ready to go. So if you guys will please, as Mr. Parker gets himself together for his interview, please welcome Shakira from In2Cruising. And she was nice enough to go ahead and give, what's that? She was nice enough to go ahead and give us the lowdown on the princess. Yes. On the princess gambling stuff. So if you guys will please go ahead and welcome Shakira. Hey. Yes.
We can hear you. No feedback.
No feedback.
No echo.
Thank you. I was trying to
just
I can hear myself.
Yeah, good. We can hear you too. You're a little muffled, but we're gonna leave it because if we touch anything, we're scared it's gonna mess up.
She's a disaster.
No problem.
How are you?
Good. We just got back from the Caribbean princess.
The Caribbean princess. And yeah, give us some information. So how did you like that cruise ship?
The cruise ship itself, it's really nice. Like the setup of the cruise is different. I've been on Royal, Norwegian, Carnival, Bahamas Paradise, and now in Princess. Oh, and Celebrity. I've been Celebrity too. And the setup of the ship is a little different than the Royal. Like they don't have like the promenade that you walk through, and they have like the atrium in the middle.
Yes.
So it's a little different setup, and it's like I felt like the ship was broken down in pieces.
Right.
Which I did like it. It was nice because you get to enjoy. You know, you go to the one side of the ship, and you do different things.
Right.
So it was a nice setup. The ship is really pretty. I like that too. They have the only thing I didn't like, and I'll be talking about that in the review that I'll be doing, is that their internet service.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, you were telling me that it was not good.
I cannot put it in any other ways, and I was so I felt so bad because I went on there thinking, because I've always heard like the Alaska cruises, right? They always talk about they have the best internet at sea. Mm-hmm. And I have a lot of followers from Alaska that do Alaska cruisers, and I was really happy that I was going to be able to post all my stuff and do all my blogging and stuff. You would post a story at 8 a.m, and it would like post at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So it was impossible to do anything on that ship. And I paid for 4 devices. I paid for 4.
You paid for 4 devices?
Yes. It was a plan. It was like, I think it was like $130 something for 4 devices. So I was really happy. I even took my little tablet and everything to do stuff and work on the ship. Impossible.
Wow.
So I was really disturbed by that, by the internet. But other than that, the food was amazing.
Yeah.
The food was really good. The food was really, really good. We had lobster and everything.
Oh,
I can't wait to bring out the actual full review.
Yeah.
And what else? The ship was clean. They were a little understaffed because, like, you would ask for drinks and they'll take forever.
Right.
And I had a really bad experience with Medallion because I was also hoping, like the internet, that it would be great, that I would like order stuff on my watch and they'll bring it to, like, let's say we were at the Sanctuary Pool, right? And we ordered some snacks and they were supposed to bring it. We waited like 2.5 hours and they never came. So we went somewhere else. We ate something. When we got to the room, I check on the app and it says delivered. I'm like, they didn't deliver it.
Oh my goodness.
Like, how long does it take to deliver? You know, right. It wasn't as I guess because they were short staffed. You could tell when they're short staffed. I've been on a lot of ships and I can immediately tell when they don't have enough people for so many passengers. So we were, I know that we had to deal with it. So we were fine. Okay. But that was the internet and the watch were the only like bad things that I found. And I think that was like the only bad things that I could say about the ship.
So did you have an option outside of using the medallion? Did they give you a key card like in your room or anything like that to use if the medallion didn't work as well?
Well, they give you a free complimentary, like a little string with a medallion. And that medallion, you have to use it for everything. The only thing was that I bought the watch, which was like $20 each. So I could have it on my hand and I could go in the pool and all that. So I would lose the string. but you always have the medallion. But the medallion, the only thing that it works for is like to open the door.
Oh,
On
okay.
my part of it. It should work for so many other things, but on that particular ship, they didn't have personnel to take care of you.
Wow. Yeah,
So-
because they really market that medallion on their ships as like a all over thing, and
I just want to medallions like
yeah,
they just give you like a
you know how Virgin kind of has the wristband, and you just use that for everything.
Okay.
The medallion is supposed to be the same concept, but if it's not working properly on the ships, then
so I don't want to say it's not working on all the ships, because maybe in other ships that they have better staffing, it works. And just on this particular one, I don't know what the capacity was, but we were a lot of people, and I think they didn't have enough. Like, I noticed they didn't have enough personnel when we were like at the buffet, for example, and I would ask for a soda, and they'll like I would finish eating, and they still hadn't brought my soda. So I'd be like, okay.
Yeah,
it's one guy for like 50, 60 people. He really can't handle it. So it's kind of, you got to sort of understand them.
That seems more understaffed than normal.
Yeah. And, and then you have to try to keep in mind too that we understand that all these cruise ships are going through a staffing shortage. So I hope that people are understanding that when they're cruising, that right now they're doing the best that they can, trying to bring on more staff, but because like we heard someone else say, they're having problems getting visas and all that stuff for the staff that usually works these ships. So just be patient, and for most people, we understand, because we've been on plenty of ships where they've been understaffed, but just try to be patient and be as courteous as you can to the staff. So
yeah, that was my only thing with the ship was that, and the food was really good. The service was amazing. My room attendant was great. We only had that problem, and we did have a little funny story to tell.
Okay.
My husband was, I'm gonna tell you guys, I'm gonna give you the feature. My husband was taking a shower. I go in and I take a shower one of the formal nights. I come out, and as I'm getting ready, he starts screaming from the bathroom. He's taking a shower, and I go in there, and he's soaked up, and the water runs out. And I'm like, what? So I come out and I tell the guy that's taking care of us, there's no water. And he's like, oh, I'm so sorry, ma'am. And he starts like, there's a little drip of water coming down the faucet. My husband grabs one of those, the little cups to like brush your teeth. And he finishes rinsing himself with that. And then we get ready, we go to dinner, and the guy's like, oh, by the time you're back, we should be okay. But there's no water on the whole floor. We were like on the 12th floor.
Oh my goodness.
So we ran out of water on a cruise, and that had never happened to me. And I was so mad. Like at first I was mad, and I was like, well, it's not really their fault. Maybe it's just a malfunction or something.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But it was funny. It was a funny story. I had never had that happen to me. So be careful and take a shower real quick.
Yes, absolutely.
Do not take long showers on cruise ships.
So Mark the Shark says, how do we keep in touch with your subscribers and guests? So what we usually do is we will go back after the live and split the video up on just a individual interview, and I'll make sure I post all of their I'll tag their channel, and I'll try to start posting those social there too, so you guys can make sure that you can follow along and make sure. So we'll make sure that we have Shakira's information, and we'll put that into the description box. So tell us how you got started vlogging.
Yes.
What started your journey?
I've been traveling since 2018 with my husband. When we first met, I've been cruising since 2012. Okay. But I've been traveling with him since 2018. And I love taking pictures and videos. And to me, it's such a natural thing. Like, for example, I was just telling him I'm doing a video of Vegas trip that we went. And we were in Vegas for 4 days. And I took, I'm not lying, 696 pictures in 4 days. So that's a lot. And I have friends, and then my friends have told me a whole bunch of times, they're like, why don't you do something with all your content? Because you have so many trips, and I store everything, and I have like everything on Google Photos. I can go back to like years and years of pictures and contents and videos. So last year, when the pandemic hit, is when it really hit me. Because I didn't realize I loved cruising so much. I already knew I liked cruising, but I couldn't cruise, and I couldn't find a way to vacation. Yeah. So I felt like hard. It felt hard not to be able to cruise.
Right.
So I was like, wow, I'm really into cruising. And that's when I started my Instagram page. And then my friend was like, you should put all that on YouTube and make some money out of it. I'm like, I don't really mind about the money. It's not that I don't want to be monetized. I do, and I wouldn't mind it. But I really, what threw me like into this business was that I'm from Cuba. I don't know if I've said it before. I was born in Cuba, and I was brought here when I was 11. So in Cuba, you cannot cruise. It's like an impossible dream.
Yeah.
Cruisers don't go to Cuba, and Cubans don't have money, and they don't have visas, and they don't have ways to get out of the island. So in my country, when they see me on a cruise, they think I'm rich, and they think we're like people with money. And I'm trying to change that. I'm trying to change so that everybody doesn't think that we're rich. We're not rich. We're regular working people.
Right.
And we just like to vacation that way. And there's so many countries and so many places that they really cannot travel. They can't get out of their countries.
Right.
So I want them to live through us, our adventures, and I want them to see what we do and what we, what we experience all the time. So that's what really my channel is going to be about. Trying to, people to live their dreams through us.
Right.
That's awesome.
Right. That is awesome. I love that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because that
was the whole thing. It was really, people were like, well, you've been doing this for so long and you haven't gotten any money out of it. I'm like, I'm not concerned about that. I'm concerned about people actually enjoying what I'm doing, because there's people that will never probably be able to step foot on a cruise.
Mm-hmm.
And that to me it's sad, because I'm able to. Us Americans, we sometimes take it for granted that we're here, and it's so easy to just book a cruise and get on a cruise.
Right, right. This is true.
It's an awesome message.
It is awesome.
It is.
Yes. Awesome. We do. We love that, and it makes sense, because even in our everyday, we still have, well, I do, like his mom refuses to get on the ship. I have family members that have never been on a cruise, and it's like, it's not because not because they can, it's just because they haven't had that experience. So for you to be able to share that, and let them know, hey, it ain't because I got money.
And let me tell you something else. The father of my kids, he came in a raft over here from Cuba, and he would never get on the ship. And I always loved cruises, and I was never able to take my kids when they were little. Yes. They were always going to Disney and like resorts and stuff, vacationing here, but we were never able to get on the ship. Yeah. The minute we got separated, that was the first thing I did.
Was get on the ship,
get on the ship with my kids, and that was like the first time I was able to go on a cruise. And then I remarried, and then Henry loves cruises like me. So we're like the perfect match. We're like, always worried about where we're gonna go next, like what cruise we're gonna do. So it's really important, like when you're with somebody, that person enjoys what you do as well, because there's people that are like, even though Henry also came on a raft to this country, just so you know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he did, and it's a story to tell. But I'll try to do it one day on a blog or something.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's a really interesting thing that he came in a raft, and he always loves to like go on the edge of the ship and like stand and look at the water. And I always stand next to him, and I tell him, if I were you, I wouldn't even look at that.
Right.
What you went through, I wouldn't even stand next to that. But he's brave. So I just, it's just a story that I wasn't able to cruise before. Now I find myself doing this for a living.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You have such an amazing story.
We
this
love
is awesome.
This. Yeah, everybody's loving this. I mean, and it's the road, which is what makes it, amazing. And I already told you had nothing to be nervous about. Look at you. You are doing an amazing job. So if you guys have any questions for Shakira, please go ahead and drop those in the comment. In the chat.
Ask away. I'll answer anything you guys want.
Yeah. So let's see. You and Henry have been cruising. How many cruises have you guys done together?
14.
14.
Well, actually, he's done 12, and I did 2 before him. And I also did something that I wanted to do for a long time. We had been cruising together, but I had done the Norwegian Sky and the Allure by myself with my family before. Mm-hmm. So he hadn't done those 2. So I had the opportunity to redo those 2, because I don't know, I mean, it might sound crazy, but I would love to not repeat any ships or any destinations. Of course, I'm going to have to win the lottery for that, but...
Right.
I'm the same way.
But as long as I can manage that, I can try to not repeat ships or destination. But I did those two because whenever we would go on a ship, Oasis class ships are different.
Yes.
So whenever we did any cruises, I would always brag about to him and say, "Oh, you should go on an Oasis class. Once you do that, then it's really hard to go back to other ships. You get used to the experience." And I finally got him to go on the Allure last December. So now we're matched up. So now we have all the same cruises.
That's awesome.
Look at, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I absolutely love that you guys are doing that, because we're kind of the same way. We're always saying, like, we want to make sure whenever we experience something new, we experience it together. So the fact that you guys went back and did those together, that's amazing. I absolutely love it.
I don't really like repeating it, but it was fun, and it was worth it because that way he got to know the ship and I was able to show him around. So it was good.
Right. So we have a question from Jeffrey's Angel. The question is, what is your favorite cruise line, ship, and why?
Okay, we have a dilemma in our team.
Okay.
Like I'm pretty sure all couples do.
Yes.
I am a person that likes everything. I like every cruise ship out there. I like every line, and I like giving the opportunity to everyone.
Yes.
Because I like to experience. I'm an excursion person. So even if I have to repeat ships at some point, or if I have to go on a ship that I've never been, or it sucks to be on that ship, like I'm going to put you an example, Bahamas Paradise Cruise Line. Mm-hmm. It's a small little cruise, and it's not the biggest cruise, and it's not the nicest cruise, but I still gave it a chance, and I still did it. Because I like to experience things, to be able to see it and compare it and do other things. I am a fan of all the cruise ships. I do understand there's quality and there's difference between them. So like if you're the party type of person, you would say, I love Carnival.
Yes.
Or if you're like the luxury type of person, you probably say, I love Celebrity. It really depends on what you're looking for in a ship. Sometimes I'm in the mood to party, and sometimes I'm in the mood to just relax at a spa. Mm-hmm. So it depends on what I want to do. But Henry's a spoiled brat. Henry says that he loves Royal. He's a loyal to Royal person. I'm like, I'm never going to commit to just one line. I'm always going to try the new things because I want to do the go-karts on NCL. I want to do the Thunderstroke on Carnival. So how am I going to do the go-karts if I'm not going to go to that ship? You know what I mean?
This is true.
My favorite cruise ship is all the cruise ships. But I do have to admit, the cruise ship that has the most, from what I've tried so far, the most variety and is most complete is Royal. Let's be real.
Yeah. I agree.
And every cruiser out there might agree because they have most of everything, and they have, everything for the whole family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that would be my answer, I guess. I hope I answered it.
No. You did.
That was perfect. Angels, Jeffries. I call her Angel. Jeffries Angel said Bahamas Paradise was one of my favorite cruises. There were great entertainment on the ship.
Yes, let me say something about Bahamas Paradise. It's a small little cruise ship, but I had the chance to go for Henry's birthday back on 2018 in June. And it was a nice cruise, but it wasn't a big deal. I had already been on an Oasis class ship, so going from an Oasis to a smaller ship is a craziness. But we had the chance to do on that same year an end of a year cruise that I would absolutely recommend to anybody on that ship. We happened to be on the ship on the 31st, and the end of the year, the New Year's Eve party on that ship, it's crazy. It was nice. It was a live band. The atmosphere, everything was like so live, so nice, and it wasn't so overcrowded. It was really, really nice. That I have to give it to them. This was back before pandemic. I'm not sure how they're doing it.
So
not in Margaritaville, which I have to try.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. Would you be interested in doing Margaritaville? Because somebody else, I think, the Manny's, they just booked it for Labor Day. I think it's a buy one, get one free deal going on right now. So they just booked it. So I was going to ask you, would you be interested in trying Margaritaville at sea?
I would for sure will. I don't know how I'm going to convince Henry, though. You guys got to help me.
Because he's loyal, I can imagine. So we had another question. This question is from Kelvin, and he wanted to know, have you ever had a cruise where everything went bad?
No, I've never had that. I've had like little iffy things that could be resolved, like bad internet, and you could live without internet for a week.
Right.
Yeah.
I've never had an encounter where we've had like bad service at a cruise line. Never. I guess I've been so lucky or something, or that's why I love that industry, because everybody in cruising is so happy and so helpful, and they go out of their way to do things for you. And it's really hard to see. I've never seen a person that works at a cruise upset or mad or like angry.
Right.
They're always in a good mood. I don't know if that's one of the rules that they have to follow, but they're always happy.
Yeah. Me, I
So
don't.
I've never had any like bad experiences. I've actually had bad experiences at resorts.
Now I can understand that.
Yeah.
I can understand that. I probably that just because people feel like they can go home at the end of the day. You on a cruise ship, you just at work. Would you say you've had I think the Magic was our worst experience, but it wasn't so much the ship.
I typically don't blame
the
workers. I blame the company.
Yeah.
So, but I've never had a bad interaction with employee on.
I've never had like a bad cruise. Never had that experience. I see where somebody asked which land has the best food.
Yeah, the Lido deck.
I believe Royal. We had before pandemic. I know they don't do that anymore. We went on the Allure, and they had lobster at the buffet.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? These people are crazy. And we had a lot of good food on that ship. The Allure had the best food back then. We went on it last December, and it was good, but it wasn't as variety as before. I guess it's because it's post-pandemic, everything has changed.
Right.
But it was good. I mean, I would say Royal has the best food.
I think I have to agree with that. I don't
absolutely.
I think as far as food experiences are concerned, the best experiences we have had is definitely been Royal. Yeah. So I know that you guys did I like the fact that you do picture montages for your videos right now, and I'm loving those, and we're going through those because you get to see Henry too. But you get to kind of see Henry in his own like.
I try to get him to see like when he's doing activities and dancing and stuff like that, because he's camera shy. He won't speak, not because he doesn't speak English. He won't speak, not even if he spoke in Spanish.
Right.
He's very camera shy. When he doesn't know people, he doesn't like video recording himself or none of that. But he's very fun. He's very like playful. He loves to make friends. We made friends on this last cruise that we went, and we hanged around with them and went to excursions together. And he's very like social. He's not like a grumpy old man or none of that.
Right. Yeah, he seems to be having this one right here. Apparently, I skipped this question and I'm getting chewed out about it. So I apologize. Are you going to come with us on the family reunion group cruise?
The one on the car.
But she already said she doesn't like repeating ships, so I don't know that she's going to go.
I haven't done that one, so yes, I will.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, she could have already booked it. Somebody else. Never mind. Don't pay me no mind.
I haven't booked it yet because I'm still working on some stuff, but I will hit you up so we can do the booking and all that for next year.
All right. Awesome. Thank you very much.
Sure.
I'm sorry.
My son, although my son's going to be mad at me because he started working for MSC.
Did he really?
Yes. So I will be getting some hookups on MSC, and I'll be telling you all about those ships. I already did one of the MSCs, the Meraviglia.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, it's an amazing line. It's really pretty, very luxury, very nice. But their food, I was expecting high-end Italian, and I don't know what happened. That wasn't it.
Really? Yeah, Salty Beach seemed to love MSC.
Not seem to. They
loved it.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a really nice line, and I heard their ships are amazing.
And I'm always like surprised when people say MSC just because they are not getting a great rap. And like people say, it's because it's not. Maybe it's not because it's the regular American-based food, and that kind of destroys people's experience, I guess. But I don't know. I'm interested to see exactly. The difference now that we're kind of a little bit further away from like pandemic cruising now.
I don't know if they've improved. They probably improved their food. When I went last September, they didn't have such a great experience. Maybe because I thought they were Italian, so I was expecting like really nice pastas and like pretty you know, their type of food. And I don't know, I found like their pizza was not good. I was like, wow, Italian pizza not good.
Right, right.
Yeah.
And Royal has amazing pizza.
Royal has amazing pizza. I love their pizza.
Tell by the hand gestures.
Yes. So Yachty says she agrees with Oasis class on Royal and Disney for the best food. Are you or will you be able to convince Henry to do a Disney cruise?
Well, here's the thing. Henry loves Disney, but I'm the one that's a little iffy about it because
Really?
I find, here's my thing. I live in Miami. We went, when my kids were small, since we couldn't do cruises, we went every month to Disney.
Okay.
So I know Disney with my eyes closed. I can tell you where every ride is and how many feet you got to walk to get to the entrance. I've been to all the parks. I did all the parks, the water parks, everything in Orlando. I used to go every month. We would get out of here on a Friday, come back on a Monday. We did that for years. So Disney, for me, it's not a need because they're so pricey. If they were less pricey, I would for sure try them. But with the money that I would spend on a Disney cruise, I could probably do 3 other cruises.
Yeah, that's how we do math these days.
We do everything. We're like,
everybody probably thinks the same thing.
And you know, and I'm honestly like, because we used to always say we would, when we cruise, we will do ocean view and up. I can't be in the inside. We've cruised a few inside. We're just like, we're good. If that gets us a little bit more spending money on the ship, or if that gets us another cruise, we're good with inside cabin. I don't even care anymore. Like the cheapest price I can get on that ship, I'm great. So
that's the way we do it too. I'm not a picky person. We're not, thank God, we're not claustrophobic. So
right,
we're good if we have to be inside. Henry laughs at me sometimes because I don't mind where the location of the room is. As long as I'm on the ship, I don't care if I go on top of the propeller. and he laughs because we once got a room. Of course, when you do these type of things to save money, you don't know where you're going to end up. So we ended up underneath a theater, and we could hear like the chairs and the stuff on the top. And I was like, hey, I get back to the room. I love doing excursions. So I leave my room like 8 a.m. We go have breakfast, go to an excursion. Then when we come back, we go to the pool, we go to dinner, we change. We come back so tired that I don't care who's up there. I don't hear anything. I just go knocked out and I'm wake up. You know, I have to wake up next morning, and I love waking up early on the ship.
Yeah, that's me. I definitely got to get up in the morning. If I can watch the sun come up and have my coffee, and he'll sleep. Now, I think that's why we are more or less like really into the interiors, but I'll sleep.
Henry loves to sleep late. So what I do is I get up like 5, 6 in the morning, and I go walk around the ship and take all my footage and record everything while nobody's walking around. You know how like people get in the middle of everything? Right. That's how I see the ships in the morning, like really, really early. Then I go up the deck and I start watching the sunrise, and then I rush back to the room and I scream at him, hey, we're here.
Yeah, I know. I need to start. I keep saying I'm going to get up early enough to do that, and I haven't done it yet. I get up early enough to get my coffee and see the sun come up, but not actually like take videos.
Well, let me tell you what happened. I usually get up early on all the cruises, and it's fine. And I go to the coffee shop and I get my coffee. On Princess, the people in Princess, at least on the sailing that I was on, they're mostly 50 and above. They're not a lot of young people in that cruise. And when I went to get my coffee at 6 in the morning, there was a huge line. I was like, what?
Because everybody's
up so early.
That's exactly right. Everybody's getting up that time and trying to get their coffee.
I was like, okay, I think I'm getting old.
Yeah, that's me. I feel that way too. Are you excited that the celebration will be a Cuban themed area?
Yes, I am excited because I find that we're going to have some sort of like some place where we could feel a little bit at home. Mm-hmm. Although I don't know, whoever plans it, sometimes they shoot for this like Havana themed stuff, and it's really like Caribbean or tropical. It's not really Cubanized. And I get it. They try to do as close as they can. And I'll be happy with anything they do as long as it's like something similar, you know, it's fine.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. Let's see. Yachty said, well, those are facts. I still go to Disney almost every month, but for one cruise, you can go on a few Royal.
Absolutely.
And for a few Royal, you can go on 10 Carnivals.
Well, Henry, the problem with Henry is that he doesn't want to go back to Carnival. I'm gonna be real with you guys. He says he went on to two carnivals, the Victory and the Sunrise. The Victory was fine, but the Sunrise was a little crowded. And he doesn't like crowded pools, like people all over each other, and like crowded places. And I was like, well, we were at full capacity, and there's nothing we can do, and we had like to do lines at the buffet sometimes and stuff like that. So, like I said, he's a little spoiled. So he's like, oh, we're not doing Carnival anymore, which that's not true. We will. I'll convince him. Maybe, but just maybe the big trips. Like I'll tell him, we'll just do like the big ones. We won't do the little ones so you don't feel tighter.
Yeah, I don't know. I've gotten to the point now where I feel like I'm a big ship girl. Like I'll cruise, it doesn't matter. I'll cruise the ship, but I really do love the big ships, and I think probably Wonder and Mardi Gras did that for me. I was just so smitten with both those ships. But
once you go on an Oasis class ship, whenever you get out of that, then you go to a regular ship, and it's like, okay, so what do I do now? Like you feel like you're tied up somehow.
Let's see. So Yadi, I love watching the sunrises out at sea. Angel said, I want to try MSC for the experience. It's amazing how everyone has different preferences. I love Carnival and want to try MSC and NCL. It's going to take a lot to get me back on Royal.
I got to say something else about MSC. Out of all the private islands that I've been to everything but Coco Cay. And I actually went to Coco Cay when it wasn't the water park.
Okay. Oh, really?
So I went like when it was crappy. I have a video of it on the YouTube channel. But out of all the private islands that I've been to, I think MSC's private island is the most beautiful one. It's a very natural beach. It's really nice. Like it's a natural place. Like they don't have like made up stuff. They have like their beach and their laguna. And they have like a lot of activities to do. And I love the fact, I don't know if they do it on every sailing, but on our sailing, we stayed overnight and we had a beach party at night, which was really amazing. And they have like a lighthouse and they light up the lighthouse and they bring out a DJ and everybody dances and they do like a bonfire type of thing. And it was really, really nice. Wow. Yeah, I've got to do that video too. I'm really behind my videos.
It's hard to stay caught up on these things.
I don't know.
Yeah, I said I can't go back to Carnival, and every time I think maybe something crazy happens, like the poop smells. it's hard, man.
I saw somebody said something about that they're gonna have a Mamoncillo spots, Mamoncillo lovers.
Yeah, that was. Let's see. Miami Kings.
You just missed it.
Did I? Sorry.
Okay, is it because they saw Henry's pictures on my Instagram with Mamoncillos? Because we went to Roatan and we loved do you know what that is? Mamoncillos?
I don't know what it is. No.
It's like a little green fruit that has like it's like an inside. I don't know how to say it in English at all. I'll find the name and I'll tell you guys.
Okay.
It's a little fruit, but in Cuba we have them and they're like a little sour, or sometimes they'll come out like super sweet. We try those in Roatan, and they were the sweetest things ever. Spanish lime, that's what it says here that it is.
Spanish lime, okay.
I don't know if you guys have ever tried them, but he had the best Mamoncillos ever. Like he took a whole bunch, like the guy gave him for like $2, he gave him like a big old thing of Mamoncillos. So we were excited about that.
Wow.
Yeah. Well,
I'm interested to try that.
Yeah, we're going to Roatan.
Yeah, we are going to Roatan. So I'm
you should try that, yeah.
I am excited about that. Let's see.
Yes. Roatan is a beautiful place. I loved it.
Loved it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you went with our guy who was actually
reversed. Yes, I went with the tour guide. Yeah,
so he was an amazing tour guide. We'll make sure we put his link up as well. What is your favorite port of call?
My favorite what? Sorry.
Your port, the favorite port of call.
I would say Cozumel.
Cozumel.
Wow.
Yeah, I have to say Cozumel because they have so much to do there.
I always say that, but Brandon doesn't like Cozumel.
Yeah.
What's your favorite?
Probably San Juan.
San Juan.
Well, I've never been to San Juan, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, if you ever get the opportunity, it is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Yes, I want to go,
but there's so much I want to do in San Juan that I think that a friend of mine told me that I should do like an air trip.
Yeah.
That's what we were told too.
Yeah, you can't
because
there's not enough time. It's just unless it's one of those overnights there's just not enough time.
Yeah, that's what I was told. Because I have a friend that goes every year, and I was told not to, like, not to go on a cruise ship because I wasn't going to be able to enjoy everything.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And I'm an excursion person. That's the one thing I'm a very poor person. Like, not very poor, but like I don't know how to be poor in that sense.
Gotcha.
I believe when I'm in a ship, I think I'm rich.
Right.
I forget that I have bills to pay.
Right. What's your favorite line?
When I come back to reality is when it hits me, but then I work again and I pay my bills and I go on with life,
We still gotta live after this.
That's what he always tells me. We still gotta live after this.
No. But hey, the thing with me is that I don't get to travel to places like that every day. So whenever I go, I have to do something. I see people that they're like, oh, I'm going to stay on the ship. I'm not going to do anything in this port. I'm like, how could you?
Yeah.
I find that insane. Like, it's okay if you don't have the money, you got to stay, fine. Or like if we go to Lake Nassau, I won't get off sometimes because I've already done most of it. So I've been there like 15 times. But, like if I go to like just a regular place, I have to go and see what they're all about and try their food and see their sceneries and do like a city tour and stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's just the way we are.
Go ahead.
Key West.
No. We had a horrible experience with Key West, so we got to try that again just to get that over.
To me, Key West is a cheating port because I live in Florida.
Yeah.
So if they put me Key West on an itinerary, they're cheating me out of a port because I can go there by a car. I can drive there in 2 hours and I'll be there.
Right.
So I don't have anything, and I've been there already, so I don't have anything to like really look forward to in Key West.
That makes sense.
Let's see. San Juan and St. Thomas are Tony and I's favorite.
We haven't been to St. Thomas.
We have not done St. Thomas yet.
St. Thomas is beautiful. I've been there. I was there on the Allure last year, and we were there on. We also had the chance to go to St. Kitts. Mm-hmm. And if you ever get a chance, that's not an itinerary that comes up very often. St. Thomas and St. Martin is always there, but St. Kitts, they don't put it all the time. So we saw it, and I was like, "Oh, we got to jump on it." And that's my favorite island out of every island I've been to.
Yeah.
So far.
Yeah. The problem is we almost tend to get stuck almost with the same itineraries just because of trying to pick different ships, but most of the ships are going to the same ports.
That's the thing. You gotta change your trip so you can change the itinerary.
Yeah.
That's my problem. Whenever I'm gonna book a cruise, I'm always concerned about that. I'm like, oh, I've already been here. I've already been on this ship, so I've got to like switch around. So it's really hard. And then with Henry saying no carnival, it's really harder.
Yeah. Kelvin wants to know, do you like or do you go to Margaritaville in Cozumel? If so, do you like that spot?
I haven't been to Margaritaville and Cozumel. We passed by on this trip that we did. We went by Paradise Beach, which was a really nice resort. If anybody wants to go, I would say it's a nice place. We went to Palancar, Playa Palancar, which is another resort, which is also nice. We went to like this guy that we did in Mexico, guys. Amazing. We did a whole city tour. We went to like 5 different places in Mexico in one day.
Yeah, you got to share his information because when
really recommend him. A really responsible person. He took us to 3 different resorts. We went to the beach. We went to the lighthouse. We went to this really nice restaurant called Casa Misión in Mexico. Mm-hmm. Amazing food. The most amazing food. They make like the flour tortillas handmade right there. Oh my God, the most amazing thing I've ever had. Really, really nice day in Mexico. And that guy will give you like a whole city tour. And it's not expensive at all.
Yeah. So definitely share that information with me, and I'll put it down in the description, and we'll definitely link up with him because we'll be back in 30 days. So we're going to be sports.
I'll share that with you guys.
Okay. Y'all says it's hard for me. I've been cruising for 20 years, been to almost all ports out of Florida. So
lucky her.
Now.
Right,
that's what I'm saying.
I wish that was you right now.
Right, I'm trying to be like Yachty.
I feel like I'm missing out. I feel like, here's my thing. I've done 14 cruises. I think I'm gonna do one before the end of the year. One more at least. And then then I would be at 15, right? I'm 45. So I always say I want to be 50 at 50. So I need to do, in order to do 50 at 50, I need to do about 7 or 8 cruises per year, which is
get on
sort of impossible.
Yeah.
You got to get on Jeffrey's Angel schedule because she's doing 12 and 12, but now she said next year she's trying to do 24 and 12. So you got to get up with Angel and try to see what she got going on because she is on it. But she
I know. If anybody's got a tip of how to do this faster, let me know because I'm on a roll here. I need to hurry up.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, hurry. I haven't done. I see somebody writing the travel mannings that they can't wait for the ABC. Me neither, because I've been dying to do that itinerary. It's just, it's always for some reason I can never like go to it. Right. I'm always like looking into it. I would love to do that itinerary. That's one of my things. I also want to do Bermuda.
Yeah, we're gonna start booking based off itineraries and not ships.
Well, you know, Google and Rob, they're usually here, but they're on a cruise now. They have a group cruise with Positive Vibe Adventures next year, October, and it's going to Bermuda. And it's over.
I'll look into that. Yeah,
and it's actually going to dock in Bermuda on. Is it October 13th is docking, or it cruises on October 13th? It's a whole thing. So definitely, I'll send you the information on that.
I know. I'm going to have to do a calendar and put everybody's group cruises and everybody when we're going where, because this is becoming like a full-time job, just keeping up with everybody.
It is. And I'm talking to him and stuff, and he's like, okay.
Dollar signs.
We need to do a GoFundMe for all these trips. That's what we need to do.
Right.
Tell me about it.
Everyone wants to know, have you been to Belize or Mahogany Bay?
I've been to Belize. Mahogany Bay is Roatan, which is the same port, and I loved it. And I said I loved it. We also did a lot of stuff with your guy that you recommended me. He was amazing as well, and I loved Roatan. Belize we did on this last cruise. My experience with Belize was not the greatest because they offered us, when we got to the port, we got off, we didn't know anybody, we didn't have any hookups. So I said, let's just get off and go to the port and see what we could find. So we found somebody that said for $40, they'll take us to a beach. So we were like, fine, we'll go to the beach. And they showed us that there were going to be activities and stuff. And it was a pretty place, but it wasn't a beach. It was like a handmade lagoon. With like really pretty color, and it was not a beach. So I was disappointed that I got offered a beach and it wasn't a beach. And the city itself was not pretty. I don't know if they took me through the wrong place, because originally I was gonna do K Cocker or something like that, or Cocker K, which is the it's like a K. It's supposed to be like a really nice barrier reef that people do like activities and excursions with like sharks and stingrays. And I was gonna do that, but Henry's afraid of sharks.
He's afraid of sharks. I mean, rightfully so.
Touche, Henry.
Well, when he was coming on the raft, he saw sharks riding around his raft, so I would be too.
Team Bree says you were nervous. You are a natural.
That was a natural.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You are natural. You're doing amazing. So sorry, I should have phrased that differently, apparently. Yes. But either way, you are doing amazing, and we are loving
thank you guys. Thank you so much, everyone. I've never done a live because really it's hard I live with my husband and my 2 kids. When I say kids, they're 23 and 25. So they're my kids, they're my babies.
Yeah.
And they're always around, and they're in the dog, and we're always, we always have something going on. So it's hard for me to find like a set time, and actually I work, all the time. So it's hard for me to like set up a time. I have to do that. I have to start doing lives and actually getting involved a little bit more. I have to dedicate more time to the channel.
Yeah. It's hard to like we had to pick a day, carve it out, and we just kind of stuck with it. But everything else we have going on, we just maneuver around.
Yeah,
I know. Sometimes the thing is that I drive. I do Uber and Lyft, and then I do real estate too. So I'm most of the time driving. Sometimes I'm on your live and I'm trying to like to comment and stuff on the red lights because I can't be stopped. And I'm listening to you on my headphones. And I have like the little window popped up, but like I can't really, talk or like do anything with you guys when you guys are live. But I always watch. I always tune in.
Well, we appreciate that. We really do appreciate that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, give us your, I would say your ultimate cruise. Like, what would be your ultimate bucket list cruise? And then let us know what you have coming up next.
Okay, my ultimate bucket cruise would be the Greek islands.
Ooh, that's the second time we've heard it. I think Angel said that too one time.
Yes, that would be my dream cruise. Like, I've seen it so many times, and I want to go to that side and do, experience the whole European side. Mm-hmm. That would be my dream cruise. And Alaska, of course, but Alaska is more doable than the Greek islands for me, because Alaska is like right around the corner for us. And the Greek islands, I have to fly, to the other side of the world.
Right.
That would be my dream cruise. And what we got coming up next is, I don't know. Here's the thing. I have a really bad habit of not planning, which my son always tells me, Mom, you need to plan your cruises accordingly and book them in advance, a year ahead. I cannot wait a year. I can't. I booked September. I booked last year in June when they reopened.
Yeah.
I booked the September cruise, and I almost went insane every day, thinking, "Oh my God, one more day! Oh my God, one more day!" I hated it, and I hate that feeling that it's getting here, but it doesn't get here. So I don't like to plan in advance. I know I have to do it, and I will eventually start it. So, but we usually just look at cruises and we're like, oh, this was good, let's go. And we book it and we go.
Yeah, that's kind of where we are. Yeah. We're doing better. We have some booked out into next year, but when we say 2024, somebody just...
I can't do that. I cannot book 2024. I don't even know where I'm going to be in 2024. I don't even know if I'm going to have money to pay that 2024.
That's him all the time.
Absolutely.
Yep. So let everyone know where they can find you as far as your socials are concerned.
Okay, my social is at In2Cruising on Instagram, In2Cruising at TikTok. I have a Facebook page that I started, but I'm not so active on it. It's also In2Cruising. And here on YouTube at In2Cruising. Everything is In2Cruising because that's what I'm all about.
I also want to thank you for the Princess sports betting tip.
Oh, you're welcome. And guess what? Henry says that he didn't mind about doing the Princess cruise, but he's just willing to go back just for that. He's like, oh well, next time we got to come with some more money, and we have to put some bets on this, this team and this and that. And I was like, we're not coming on a cruise to bet on sports.
Yeah, we are. Henry sounds like my type of guy. But
did you hear that? I think, is it Carnival? I think Carnival's going to be doing that too.
Oh, but we're in trouble then if they do.
Yes, I heard that they were going to try to implement the same thing that Princess had.
We are in trouble.
Oh boy,
we are in trouble. Watch the whole cruise.
Oh my God, I'll never see them. That's it.
You will not.
It's done. Well, we thank you so much for being here. You have been amazing. It has been a great interview. Everyone has enjoyed it. And we would love to have you back again. And hopefully...
Oh, thank you. Whatever you want, I'll be happy to. Thank you for everyone and all your comments and your positive comments and everything that you supported. And everyone that subscribed, thank you. I'm trying to reach at least 100. I know I just started. I'm not, worried about growing right now. I understand it takes a while and people have been here for a long time. So I'm not concerned about that. I just want everybody to enjoy and comment on my videos and give me tips, or if you guys see anything, don't be shy to comment on my post or write to me. I don't mind criticism. If you don't like something that I said, or if you don't like something that I posted, go ahead and tell me. I'm okay with those things.
We got tough skin. We'll be okay.
Yeah.
Well, you are great, and we'll make sure we will post all your socials and share, so we can help you get that subscriber count up.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you.
All right. Have a good night. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Oh, that was
amazing.
Her story is amazing.
Yeah, we loved it. She did such a great job, and I don't know why she was so nervous. We just talked all week, and she was just like, I don't know, I've never done it before, but she did great. So thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you, Shakira. Thank you one more time.